This was made possible by Google. We got a grant from Google and from Jordan's Life, who was one of our partners, and they were nonprofit, and they are the ones that made it happen. So we had to have a nonprofit to help us with this grant, and they did. As you can see, we have computers here. We have a smart board that we love already. Printers, other laptop computers. We also have iPads that are on the floor, and so we can use those instead of carrying the laptop up there and stuff like that. So we're just grateful for this. And then the sheriff's office gave us this room, found that classroom. And the maintenance department did the painting, did the words. We got our pictures together, so welcome.
The jail is full of young guys back there that chose the wrong road. And it's just like a revolving door. They keep coming in and in because they don't know no other way. They don't know there's another way where they can stay out of this jail. It ain't no place for such kids, but there's a lot of them back there. So I kind of designed this thing so I can see if I can stop that revolving door. Because everybody in the community must be on board. Sheriff's office, police department, the judge, the DA, everybody got to be on the same page. Because I'm telling y'all, we losing our children at such a pace nobody in this room would believe than law enforcement, because they see it like I see it. But if we don't get together and try to come up with some kind of program that will benefit the youth and stop them from going to see the DA and the solicitor, let's try to catch them before they get there. And I'm gonna say it again, parents, we got to go back to somewhat being parents. We just got to be parents. That's all it is to it. Most of these parents, single parents, are afraid of their children. They're afraid. We can't do that no more. We got to come up with some Sparks and I, which is the city's police chief, is trying to come up with a parenting class. Because the children don't come with instruction. They don't come with how to do it. And they got so far away from doing like my parents done, because now they want to go to jail, put the parents in jail for disciplining their children. Well, now if you take the 2x4 and hit them upside the head, I can understand that. But as long as you just discipline your children, the Bible said you got a right to do that. And I'm gonna re-say what the Bible said. Sheriff Pound said it too. But you can't beat it with no 2x4. But anyway, this reentry program, I am so happy. It's delightful to be standing here before y'all, simply because hopefully this small little dent that we doing right here, if we don't save a one, we done something. We don't save a one.
I was trying to hide in the back.
But
my name is Winston Smith, and I think we started this in 18. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a life coach, and I got started. All right, so I'll go back a little bit further. How I met the sheriff, and in 2016, I completed the coaching program, and one of the things I decided I wanted to do was to help young people make one less mistake. That's all. They're going to make mistakes, but just one. And the end of that year, my son passed away. He was huffing. That was his one mistake. And from that point on, I just said, you know what? I'm wasting my time, because I couldn't stop him from doing what he did. So I met the sheriff the following year, and I said, hey, you know what do you have in Douglas County for young people? And he said he's got a Mrs. Williams. So I called Mrs. Williams up, and we were talking, and she's like, yeah, you can come into the jail, you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, no, they need to stay where they're at. I'm good where I'm at, Nah, that's not where I want to be. In the process of, I'm thinking that in my head while she's talking about all she wants to do, I heard the words, they are people too. And if I claim to love people, then it doesn't matter where I love people. and I've been here ever since. I spend my Saturdays here, then I leave, I go to Chief Sparks program, Youth Against Violence, I'm there too, and I'm back here again. And my daughter's in the back there, and she's like, yeah, you're going to hang out with the kids, abandon your family. But it's for everybody's safety.
Your wife?
Huh?
Miss your wife too?
My wealthy wife back there, okay? So when our son passed away, we started the organization called Jordan's Light, because he was an avid young people. He loved young people, and that was his focus. So we started that organization in his honor. That's her side of the business, and what I do here in the jail is my side of the business. I'm passionate about it. I love it. We're not gonna help everybody. But like the sheriff said, one. Because you know what? That's the one that's gonna go back into your community. That's the one that's gonna meet you on the corner. And if we can stop them from doing that, we can save the rest of the community.
We have Deborah Long Clubhouse right here. Jocelyn, we have Miss Darlene. She does our IHO program, the NCRC program, and you from CSB.
Yes, my name is Mungutia Tobias. I'm with the Community Service Board. I'm here on behalf of Nakia Boyd. She asked me to come in and step in for her.
And our intern. So I'm glad to work. We work together, so we know what we got to do. You want to say anything? What you think about it?
Yes, it's just honestly an honor to be here to see the Sheriff's Department and with community outreach pretty much. So to really just see all the work that Ms. Williams put in, it's just really an amazing experience. So thank you for that.
Mr. Brandon, do you want to say anything from Google?
Thank you all for the opportunity.
Ooh, the program here is more than I've ever imagined. And to see this room come about, we had to scramble for rooms for a couple years, hope that we could find a room that was available, and then the whole atmosphere of this changes the attitude of the people coming in. So it's been a wonderful program. For me, I receive a lot from people who come through here, as much as I hope I give. But I'm grateful for the program, and I already see the results and things are working.
Real quick, just so a lot of you guys in this room don't really know who I am, but my name is Jocelyn Wallace, and I am a person in long-term recovery. What that means for me is it's been since March 4th, 2017, since I've done anything to change the way I think or feel or committed any crimes, and that's a huge deal. I was in and out of this jail, like Sheriff Pounds was talking about that revolving door, and just the sheer amount of gratitude that I have that our sheriff stepped up and provided a program for people like me so that we could stop that, and the vision that Lisa has been able to accomplish and the community partners that have come together to make this and to give us a welcoming space to come and reach individuals with substance use disorder and co-occurring mental health challenges, and to be able to provide them the essential peer support that changes and saves lives. And I just cannot express the gratitude that I have to be able to give us that opportunity to come in here and to serve individuals and to make a difference and an impact in their lives. And I'm just so excited. This room right here means so much, because I too was like Miss Darlene, and we'd come in and just try to find our spot so that we could serve, the people. And so today, just having this shows great success and the trajectory of where we're gonna actually go and the lives that are gonna be changed. So thank you guys for being a part of this, and Google, thank you. Thank you so much.
Anybody else?
Yeah, anybody else want to say
I'm just a
anything?
new preacher in town,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm glad to be here. I'm sure that I will be this lady's pastor coming in, and so I'm coming in with my sleeves rolled up. Let's go to work.
Miss Compton?
Yes.
Hi. I would say I think this is a fantastic program. One of the things we try to do in our office is to give the kids, young kids, an opportunity to to change their life. They come from juvenile court to us, and we can keep them going to felony court and change their life. That's what we want to do, and I think this is fantastic. I'm sorry, the Solicitor General.
So,
Cherise.
I'm Cherise Taylor Smith. I'm Winston Smith's wife, and I created the foundation Jordan's Light. Jordan passed away like Winston said from huffing. So that's one of the things that we try to educate kids on huffing, because that's something, believe it or not, is very common. And believe it or not, more so than the pain pills and marijuana, it's very cheap to do. My son unfortunately died from huffing canned air. A 10-year-old can go into Office Depot and buy canned air. So it's something that we want to educate them on and educate the parents on. If you see your child going into his room with some dish soap or some Clorox or something and they're not cleaning, you know they're doing something else, you know? So we created this, not just to keep Jordan's name alive, because he loved kids, it's also to make sure that, you know, the trauma that we went through losing our son doesn't happen to another man. Which is what my husband's trying to do as well with this reentry program, you know, so that, you know, they can think differently and process things differently and realize that they need to take responsibility for the actions that they did and go another way. So that's what Jordan's Light is all about. I'm so happy for my husband because he works really hard and you don't see him on the Saturdays. I'm really happy about that. Thank you.
I'm Kenneth Connor, I'm the Chief Deputy for Sheriff Pounds, and I want to commend Miss Williams for the job that she's done. She started out with a couple notebooks and a push cart, and this is where she's been able to bring it today, and she's took the Sheriff's vision and made it a reality, and is really making a difference. We've got some success stories that some participants have come back, and one in particular that moved me is a guy that was in and out of jail back probably at the time he was patrolling. I don't know, getting close to the time.
30 years.
30 years ago, this guy's been in and out of jail, and when he graduated, he hasn't been back.
That's right.
And to me, that shows the progression that this program's, and I thank her for what she's done, and the sheriff for the vision of having it, and I think she deserves a lot of accolades for it.
Pastor?
LT.
Now you asked me to talk.
Just say something.
Yeah.
The idea came from you, but
I don't want to say it came from me, but in essence, this dream, which has turned into a vision, was birthed over 32 years ago when I was still an officer in Douglas County. And God gave me that passion of having to deal with these individuals who were transitioning out of prison, but they were going to nothing. So therefore the cycle was incomplete, therefore it had to repeat the cycle. They kept repeating, and Solicitor Compton, I don't want to look at her, but we know far well, you know, what we were dealing with. Only to sentence these people, knowing that if there was no somewhat sort of rehabilitation tool within that mechanism, we were going to see them again. So we started with with just sticks and stones, trying our best to do it. Then it came into evolution, went to California, and I got my graduate degree in California. But during that time, we were introduced to the federal program, the justice program. What we thought was just a dream was actually a program that we could tap into reentry. And so, and no one knows the back room, but I'm telling you the back room, it was through those efforts that the Department of Corrections adopted the program we were doing here all the while. And so we thank God for our part in the role. And now the sheriff has picked up the baton. There's a scripture in the Bible talking about, Becca says, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables. They that read it may run, but though the vision tarry. Now, I never knew it was going to tarry 30 years. But I said something, and I'll say it again. It's always too soon to quit. It's always too soon to quit, and now we're seeing this vision running with Ms. Williams, Sheriff Pounds, and the entire Douglas County staff. And I'm just privileged to be able to witness that, you know, Sheriff keeps saying this started, but you know, I'm so thankful that he has grabbed that baton and he's running with it. And I can't help but believe that there's going to be a lot of people in my community that are going to be directly affected. And we got to come to my office and haggle no more. We got the program in place, and now the participants already been here, so I'm just looking for great success.
Amen.
Thank you.